Hello, welcome to the Fun Going Fast channel, and in today's video let's talk about the Yamaha 350 Warrior and 5 reasons why you may not want to buy one. The 350 Warrior is a legend amongst sports quads and ATVs, and deservedly so. It was manufactured from 1987 until 2004 when the Raptor 350 finally replaced it. It was Yamaha's first 4-stroke sport quad, and it showed the world that 4 strokes could be fun to ride too. With that being said, and the incredible legendary reputation of the Warrior, I want to share 5 reasons you may actually not want to buy one. Because I feel like it's a reputation that has people believing a few things that may not quite be true. I'm sure I'll have plenty of comments of disagreement for this, and that counts as engagement on YouTube, so let's have at it. Reason number 1, the engine and the power it makes. There are people that do a lot of modifications on the Warriors. They can do engine work and bump up the horsepower, but stock from the factory, it only made around 18 horsepower. That's right, 18 horsepower. To put that in perspective, a Suzuki Z400 or Honda 400EX makes around 28 horsepower, and a 450 race quad will make between 40 and 45 horsepower. And the Warrior is not light. It still weighs around 400 pounds dry, but it's carrying less than half the horsepower of a sports quad at around the same weight. They do have very tall gearing with the 6-speed transmission, so they can hit close to 60 miles an hour, but the engine is not fast on the trail. They are fun to ride, but let me repeat, stock, they are not fast. Reason number 2, the suspension. This is a suspension from a 1987 model quad, and since it was produced in 87, is actually designed a few years before that. It only has 7 inches of travel, front and back, and there were no piggyback reservoir shocks back then. So if you're trying to ride this at a brisk pace on a trail, you're going to feel every bump. And if you're just riding it on fire roads or back roads, you'll probably not notice. But if you want to try some serious trail riding and try and get up to speed, either do a really good shoulder workout or upgrade the suspension. Reason number 3, ergonomics. Even though this quad weighs 400 pounds, which is about as much as a Raptor 700 and as much or more than a 450 race quad, it feels like a kid's ATV when you get on it. This is an ergonomic design again from the mid-80s, and if you're 6 feet taller or taller, you're going to feel pretty cramped, and your knees are going to be up close to your ears. The design will work great if you're a shorter person or a child, but if you're a taller adult, it feels like there's nowhere to put your knees or to be able to move around on the ATV if you're trying to ride a little bit quicker and use body English. Reason number 4, best case scenario, you're buying a 20-year-old machine. Worst case scenario, you could be buying a 36-year-old machine, one biologically old enough to have grandchildren. If you're someone who loves working on older equipment and machines with lots of rust and chances for bolts to break, then have at it. But remember, if you do buy one and you don't want to put a lot of work into it, you're looking at something that's not had bolts removed in over 30 years, suspension probably not serviced in over 30 years, so there's going to be some effort even doing the basics. Reason number 5. It's overpriced in my opinion, especially compared to other machines that are way more capable. I see lots of Warriors that granted are in good shape and have been updated, but people are asking $2,500 to $3,500 for these machines, and you're just not going to get that much performance out of them for that money. For $2,500 to $3,500, you're now in Suzuki LTZ 400 or Honda 400EX range. You still get reverse, made to be on the trails, but they're much faster, superior machines that are going to be quicker, more comfortable, and more fun to ride, and have a much more updated design. Or you could pick one up for $700, and the next thing you know, like I did, you're well over $2,000 into it buying parts, even if you're doing a lot of the work yourself. So as I said at the beginning of this video, these really are legendary ATVs, and they deserve the reputation for being made so long, and for Yamaha, once again, being consistent in supporting sport quads. But if you've never ridden one before and you're considering a purchase, just be aware, these are not super fast, great handling ATVs in stock form. They're older, a much older design, and they'll need some work. Thanks for watching.